Greetings everyone and welcome back to our fourth tutorial for making single player maps on Call of Duty 4. In this tutorial I will show you how to set up your A.Is in the mission. We will learn how to make A.Is move around in our map and how to get into cover and proceed when the objective is done. Alright, so first of all we will create a friendly AI. In order to add an AI in our map, we will have to right click on the 2D grid window of our editor, then go to Actor, Ally, and in this case I will pick SAS, Woodland, SMG, MP5, SD. So this will be our actor. This is a random SAS Woodland character. I will put this actor right next to our player, so when our mission starts, this actor, this AI, will accompany our player alongside the whole mission. As you can see, I added some walls over here, so our AIs can get to cover when they will fight. Alright, so now let's start and set up some path nodes. In order to make our AIs move around in our map, we'll need some path nodes. Path nodes allow the AIs to move around and go at any place we want in our map. In order to add path nodes, we will have to right click on our 2D grid window, then go to Node and then Path Node. Now this is a path node. Those nodes have to be just a few units above the ground, same way as the player and AI spawners. Let me just filter them back, and they have to have a specific distance from each other so they are able to link to each other when we compile our map. In this case I will use the maximum distance that our nodes can have from each other, and I will use those and clone them all over my map so our AIs can move around. Alright, as you can see, our map is now filled with those small pink points that allow our AIs to move around in our map. You have to be careful so your nodes are not overlapping, which means that two nodes can be in the same spot at the same time, which will cause some errors, and you will have to fix this and recompile the map. You need to be very careful of that. You also need to be careful that your nodes are not inside solid surfaces of your map, because this will also cause errors that you will have to recompile to fix them. Now, in order to allow our AIs to get in cover when they are in combat, we will have to add some cover nodes in our map. In order to add cover nodes, we'll have to right click on the 2D grid, go to Node, and then go to Cover. Over here we have some various choices on our cover nodes. In this tutorial I will use crouch, stand, left and right nodes. You will see exactly what they do later. For now we will add some stand and crouch nodes. Crouch over here. Alright, let me filter action nodes. Remove this. Alright, now this over here is a crouch node. Now we will put our crouch node over here, aligned to that wall and faced properly. Now and same way with the stand node over here, I'll put it over here. Now what each of those nodes will do is the following. As you can see, those two walls are have different heights. This wall is 32 degrees height and this one is 48 degrees high. This is a stand node. Stand nodes make the AI hide behind walls or surfaces or whatever that are 48 units high, and cover nodes do the exact same thing for surfaces or walls that are 32 units high. So when we have a 32 unit high wall, we will put crouch nodes behind it, and all the way around with 48 units high walls and stand nodes. Alright, now let's go to right and left nodes. Right and left nodes are simply corner nodes. They are responsible for making the AI hide behind corners. Right now I will put a right node over here, and let's assume that the first move of our AI will be to move over here in that corner. I will rotate the node like this, so the AI will hide over here and will be able to fire to this direction, same way we did with those nodes. Alright, now we'll add some more cover nodes around the map for future use. Alright, now let's make our AI move around the map. There are many ways of doing this, but in this tutorial I will use the simplest and the easiest one to do it. The method I will use in this tutorial is called color groups. In order to add color groups, we will first have to give a color group name in our AI. We can do this by simply selecting the AI, pressing the N key, which will open the entity window, and then we will add this key and value, script force color, and then we'll have to put a letter which will be a color. In this case I will put G, which will be the green color. If you add a letter over here that does not match the assigned colors in the game, then you may have some crashes or errors in your editor. Alright, so as you can see, our AI has now a green square or something under its feet, which lets us know that the AI has a color group assigned on it. Next we will have to create a trigger multiple. Using color groups, I will make this trigger make the AI go to this node. In order to do that, I will select the trigger, then the node, and then hold shift and then press G, which will open the color group window. As you can see, our AI is A.Is, so we will click this is already selected, and then we will select the green color, which will match the color group of our AI, and then we will have to click add and OK. Alright, that's all there is to it. So when our player goes through this trigger, this AI will go to this node. So since this will be the first move of our AI, we will put this trigger next to our player spawn, but not on the player spawn, because putting triggers on the player spawn entity will cause some compiling errors and we don't want that. So keep an eye out for that. Alright, next up we will want our AI to follow the player when the player will come and hide behind those walls. In order to do that, I will do the exact same thing I did before on those two nodes over here. So I will create one more trigger multiple over here, spread it behind the wall, then select the node, press Shift G, colors are fine, add and OK. So when our player comes in this area, the AI will move in this area. The exact same thing over here, trigger multiple, spread behind the wall, select the node, Shift G, add, OK. Alright, so each time the player goes behind those walls, the AI will follow the player and stay with him. Alright, so now let's add some enemies in our map. Alright, same way we added the friendly AI, I will add the enemy AIs over here. Right click here, actor, enemy, merc, AR, AK-47. Alright, I will add, let's see, I will add 6 enemies over here, like this, and this will be a first wave that we will fight in our mission. Now I will have to make those guys spawn and get to those positions over here behind the walls in the cover nodes as explained before. Now if we leave our enemy AIs over here, they will be already spawned and they will be able to move freely without restrictions. And we don't want that. We want those AIs to spawn on the map right after we go through this corner over here. In order to do that, we'll have to select all of our enemy entities over here, press the N key, and then check this spawner checkbox, which will make them spawners. Now, currently, if we leave them like that, they will never spawn and they will stay hidden forever. They will never take any action in our mission. In order to make them spawn, we will have to put a spawner trigger over here, which will spawn them when the player goes through them. This can be done by adding a trigger multiple in that corner over here, and then we will have to give the same target name to all of our AIs. In this case I will put target name wave 1, like that. Then what we have to do is to select our spawn trigger and link it to one AI, and since they all have the same target name, the trigger will be linked to all of them. Now one last thing we need to do is to select our trigger, press the entity key, the N key, and make it a trigger spawn by checking this checkbox. Now if you have a trigger with this checkbox checked and it's not linked to any AIs, you will get errors, so try to avoid that. Next step, I will make those AIs move to those nodes over here using color groups. So once the player passes through this trigger, these AIs will spawn and they will move to those nodes at the same time. In order to do that, I will do the exact same thing we did with our AI, but this time with more nodes and more people at the same time. First of all, I will have to give a force color in our enemy AIs, same way we did with our friendly AI, but it has to be different. So I will put script force color and it will be red. Alright, our enemies have a script color of red. And now I will select our spawn trigger, then select all of those nodes over here, hold shift and then press G, and now this time they are axis and they have red color. I will click add and OK. Alright, that's mostly all of it. Before we compile our map, I will give a target name to our AI, which will be target name S. Alright, now let's go and compile our map. Now, before I build fast file, I will have to go in our script and make our AI invincible. Alright, so I will define the AI over here, SAS1 get ent SAS1 and target name. Then I will call this function on the AI, which will basically make it invincible. It will prevent it from dying at all. This function is called from this script, so we will have to have this included before the main function of our map in order to call this function and make AIs invincible. Alright, let's go and build our fast file now. Alright, and let's go see if everything works now. Okay, so here's our map starting. Now if I move a few steps forward, I will hit our first trigger, which will make this AI go over there and hide in that corner. Let's see if that works. Works perfectly as promised. Now if I move a few steps forward, enemy AIs will spawn behind that wall and they will go and hide behind those walls over there. Meanwhile, if I go and hide behind one of those two walls, our AI will follow us and hide with us. Let's see if all that works right now. Alright, enemies spawned and our AI follows us behind the wall too. Fight them a little bit and let's go to the other wall and see if the friendly AI will follow us over there too. He will soon come. He's under fire right now, that's why he won't move, and there he goes. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful and clean to you. Next time I will try and teach you how to use animations on friendly AIs, as long as how to make enemies respawn and how to stop them from respawning. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.